Good morning and welcome to Treetops Raceway Park, home of the crossover. Together with our friends at Bay City Diecast Racing, Tiny Track Cars, and Funkhouser Diecast Racing League, we present the National Super Truck Series Non-Qualifier Tournament. This tournament consists of those trucks that did not qualify in the top 16 for the traveling version of the series. And now let's head down to the track. We still have Cousin Ricky here on site, and actually he is up for racing today, so I don't know who will be selling his moonshine. Here are the trucks that will be running today. 6 trucks. We will only be taking 2 to the finals. Those 4 trucks in the background there are the 4 waiting for the next 2 to complete out the finals race next week. Right there you see the number 3 of Cousin Ricky. We got the Founders Beer Tent. Top 10 track times. To knock Biff off the bottom, you're going to have to turn a 9.356 or better. And there's Cousin Ricky's moonshine. It looks like Sneaky Bob is up there selling for him today. And now let's go to driver introductions. In truck number 1, it's Sam Hall from Team DRT 3K and a Hot Wheels 96 Chevy 1500 at 60.0 grams. Next up is truck number 57, and that's Hades from Karmic Racing and a Hot Wheels 63 Studebaker at 57.7 grams. Next up will be truck number 12, the one and only Bay City Daryl from Bay City Diecast Racing. He's on a Hot Wheels Draftinator at 56.8 grams. Next up will be truck number 8. This is Marco Polo from Polo Racing and a Hot Wheels Draftinator at 50.6 grams. Next up will be truck number 27. This is Giorgio from G-Force Racing and a Hot Wheels Circle Trucker at 46.3 grams. And last but not least, in truck number 3, it's Cousin Ricky from Funkhouser Diecast Racing and a Hot Wheels 63 Studebaker at 60.0 grams. And now, let's head up to the top of the hill for Semi-Heat 3, Lap 1. We're going to start with Sam Hall and Hades in the front row. They will rotate clockwise each lap, and they're off. Who's going to pull the whole shot? Looks like Hades might have the whole shot. He does have it. Oh, Marco Polo gets by Sam Hall. Looks like we have a tangled up in the back. Marco Polo is being bumped on by Sam Hall. Bay City Daryl tries to get into the mess. Marco Polo is going to give Hades a tap as they head into the final turn there. Here comes Cousin Ricky. And here comes Giorgio. You'll see Hades take off and head into the final turn. He will come up, take the win, followed by Marco Polo, then Sam Hall, then Bay City Daryl. Here comes Cousin Ricky. And here comes Giorgio for 6th place. Right there you see Giorgio was up in the air completely, which slowed him down, caused him to cross the lane and get in front of Cousin Ricky. And right there you see Sam Hall tried to come down, but Hades was already there, which caused him to swerve, which then allowed Marco Polo to get by. And now Sam Hall is trying to get back on Marco Polo by pushing him around. And that didn't happen, and that's how they finished. A 10.381 for Hades. Hades will have 7, 5 for Marco Polo, 4 for Sam Hall, 3 for Bay City Daryl, 2 for Cousin Ricky, and Giorgio has 1. Now, Semi-Heat 3, Lap 2. We have Bay City Daryl and Sam Hall on the front row. They're off. Bay City Daryl's got a decent lead, and he will pull the whole shot. Giorgio cuts off Sam Hall. Cousin Ricky gets by Sam Hall. Cousin Ricky gets by. He does get by Giorgio. Hades and Marco Polo are playing tag in the back. Bay City Daryl will lead them into the final turn, followed by Cousin Ricky, then Giorgio, then Sam Hall, then here comes Hades and Marco Polo. Right there you see Giorgio comes down and hits Sam Hall, and then when that happens, it allows Cousin Ricky to get on the outside of both of them and get a nice run. And then he gets on the inside of Giorgio coming down here, and we'll make that pass stick as he goes into the next turn as he accelerates down this straightaway. A 10.313 for Bay City Darrell. And now for points. That takes Bay City Darrell at the top of the points with 10. Then Hades with 9. Tied at 7 are Sam Hall and Cousin Ricky. 6 for Marco Polo and 5 for Giorgio. Now semi-heat 3, lap 3. And we'll have Bay City Darrell and Giorgio in the front row. And they're off. Whoa, we just lost Sam Hall off the top of the turn back there. We have Cousin Ricky leading, Giorgio trying to get by, bumping. Bay City Darrell's next. Then Marco Polo, then Hades. Whoa, Cousin Ricky got a little crazy, caused Giorgio, whoa! What just happened there? Right there you see Sam Hall is up against the Commotion Diecast sign. And he gets down here and both wheels come off of the track and he gets up over the top. And then right there you see Giorgio clips the edge of the track and gets up. Marco Polo gives Cousin Ricky a tap, which allows him to get by everybody. Giorgio is following him in tow, and right there you see Cousin Ricky gets all crazy, which slows down Giorgio, which allows Bay City Darrell to get by on the outside. And then Cousin Ricky slows down, and Marco Polo gets by Giorgio. And then, whoa, Giorgio gets the position back from Marco Polo due to Bay City Darrell and Cousin Ricky's fight at the finish, and Hades will come in for 5th. A 12.401 for Cousin Ricky. So now we have Bay City Darrell with 15 and Cousin Ricky with 14. We have 2 tied at 9, Marco Polo and Giorgio. 11 for Hades. And 7 for Sam Hall. Semi-heat 3, lap 4 is next up. And we have Giorgio and Cousin Ricky on the front row. And they're off. Looks like Cousin Ricky is going to pull the whole shot, and he will. Followed by, whoa, Marco Polo and Giorgio get into it. Sam Hall gets into it. Whoa, Sam Hall just turned sideways completely and blocked the track. Cousin Ricky will lead them into the final turn. There's Giorgio. There's Bay City Darrell. So Cousin Ricky will come into the final turn and take the win, followed by Marco Polo. Here comes Giorgio. Giorgio will take 3rd. That's Sam Hall and then Bay City Darrell. We lost Hades in a rollover up there by the moonshine. Right here you see Marco Polo turns down in front of Giorgio and pops Giorgio up right on the hood of his truck, which allows Sam Hall to get by the inside of Hades. And Giorgio was still sideways, so it caused them all to slow down, and they get going again. And right here you see Sam Hall got sideways, Hades hit him. A 9.914 for Cousin Ricky there. So now we have 21 points for Cousin Ricky, 17 for Bay City Darrell, 14 for Marco Polo, 13 for Giorgio, 11 for Hades, and Sam Hall is at 10. Still anybody can transfer out of this. Now we have Cousin Ricky and Marco Polo on the front row. They're off. Looks like Marco Polo's got it. And no, Cousin Ricky shoots by on the outside in a slingshot move. Marco Polo spins and allows Hades to get by. Giorgio gets by Sam Hall, and Bay City Daryl taps Giorgio, and looks like they got stuck up there, so the three of those trucks are out. Cousin Ricky will take the win, followed by Hades and then Marco Polo. We have a triple DNF with Giorgio, Bay City Daryl, and Sam Hall. Right there you see where Cousin Ricky got by, and then you see Hades get by Marco Polo as Marco spun, which caused a congestion area. And right here you see Giorgio and Sam Hall getting involved. Bay City Daryl trying to get everybody going again, but it looks like that was just the start of the end. A 10.247 for Cousin Ricky. So now, 28 points for Cousin Ricky, 18 points for Marco Polo, 17 for Bay City Daryl, 16 for Hades, 13 for Giorgio, and 10 for Sam Hall. Semi-heat 3, lap 6, we have Marco Polo and Hades on the front row. And they're off. Looks like Hades might have it. No, Marco Polo is going to pull out with a slingshot move. Sam Hall tries to block Cousin Ricky. Sam Hall gets pushed up on the wall. It looks like he's stuck. You've got Marco Polo, Hades, and Bay City Daryl coming down toward the final turn. Here comes Cousin Ricky limping his truck into the final turn. Marco Polo will come around for the win, followed by Hades and Bay City Daryl. And here comes Cousin Ricky. He will take fourth. Sam Hall got pushed up onto the wall and could not get down. And Giorgio lost momentum due to a spin going into that turn. Right here you see the slingshot move by Marco Polo, which pushes Hades up onto the wall, which gets everybody congested behind. Right there you see Giorgio spins. That's how he lost his momentum. And right there you see Sam Hall's up on the wall, and somehow Cousin Ricky gets around him and continues on for fourth place. An 11.122 for Marco Polo. And now let's see how the points look. Cousin Ricky with 31 points. Marco Polo with 25, tied with 21 as Bay City Daryl and Hades. Giorgio has 13 and Sam Hall has 10. So those moving on will be Cousin Ricky and Marco Polo. And neither one of those drivers had a DNF that whole race. Consistency pays off. I want to thank Bay City Daryl, Sam Hall, Giorgio, and Hades for sending trucks in for this event. Hope to see you guys again real soon. And if you guys like what you saw here today, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. And as always, thanks for watching.